I've had maybe close to 100 conversations, maybe more, of a young man asking me on how he can help his family get onto self-improvements, how he can help them like overcome their problems. I've failed every single time. I don't know how to do it. It's the hardest thing that I've done is to help you with your self-improvements, and you want it badly. And I still wake up at 5 a.m. and I still work super fucking hard to try and help you with the videos that I make and the advice that I give and the man that I am to maybe inspire you. But I've never seen it trickle down past that. I've never had a guy come to me and we come, with a plan. Okay, this is how you can get your father to stop being a degenerate. This is how you can get your brother onto self-improvement. It's unfortunately like not even once, which I'm ashamed to say, but it's the truth. Not even once have I ever heard from someone that like my advice helped them to get their brother onto self-improvements if their brother didn't really want to. If you got a little brother who loves you and he wants to get into the gym, it's a bit different, but like if the person doesn't want to. So my advice for this has completely changed. I don't think we should even speak about self-improvement or productivity or any of these things to people who don't want to hear it. They don't care. If anything, all it does is make the situation worse. What I will say is what will give you hope. There's a phrase that I really like, and it's be strict with yourself and be tolerant of others. You remember how difficult this journey has been yourself. I don't know if you've ever been addicted to TikTok, but you've probably been addicted to porn or video games. It takes fucking years to overcome that. So we've got to have a little bit of empathy for the people who are stuck in that hole because we know just how hard it is. And maybe for them, it's even harder than us. They don't have Hamza. They don't have Alex Hormozi, Andrew Tate. They've like, it's not like your father probably watches me, right? And it's already hard enough when you have this advice, you have this community, and it's still difficult to stay on track all the time. So this is my new advice that I would give. Set the best example that you possibly could. That means not only with the habits you do and the success you build, but also the mindset and the kindness that you have. That when you see your father, like let's say on TikTok, you almost like smile with love and think, he's still my father, I still love him. No matter what, I love him. I love him no matter what, I love him. When you see your mother and father arguing, you think, this is my experience of a family, and I wouldn't change that for anyone else. Because this is what like the highest version of you would do. It's the harder thing, it's your right to be able to complain and to hate them and to wish that, things were different. It is your right to wish that. But that's what the lesser version of you would do. My advice to you, set the best example possible in all areas. You start to study Stoicism. You start to study the way of the superior man. You train super hard. You wake up early and everyone in your family sees you. Sometimes they're a bit annoyed, but they see you just working out all the time. Push-ups, sit-ups, everything. You go for a run. You come back to the gym. You become this super fit, healthy guy. You'll get their respect. Maybe, just maybe, in some time, they'll be somewhat inspired and start to ask you for advice. We can't guarantee it, but that's as far as we can possibly go. This is going to make you into a capable young man so that when you deal with the stress of life, you can actually overcome it. Because usually when I hear of cases like this where, your father is like this, he doesn't really care, he's away, he doesn't talk to you much. Often they act exactly like how their fathers acted as well. This is their perception of love. It's such a sad reality, but it's like if you imagine the kind of like the trauma, the problems of each generation, they just pass through. Nothing changes. They just keep passing through from your great grandparents to grandparents. Like, why do you think your grandpa was like this? His father would have been a certain kind of way, right? His father walked past and didn't look at him much. Then your grandfather was like that to your father, and then your father's doing it. Because it takes a lot of work and a lot of realizations to realize that the way that our parents show love to us as children is the way that we crave love from romantic partners. It's the way that we love our children. So I know that these seems kind of fucked up, but you know when your father acts like this, that's him showing love to you. That's his like symbol of love. He still loves you. Of course he does. But this is like his expression of love because of generations of like trauma and pain that's passed down. Adonis School is a private online community that you can join to make friends who are just like you, who are on self-improvements, who are meditating, exercising, delaying gratification, who aren't degenerates. It's the hub spot for all of the people on self-improvement. We're all in here literally doing these good habits, reading these books, having these discussions, talking about this stuff online. I'm active in there. And I think it's an exceptional place for you to just make friends who are similar to you, because a lot of my audience have told me, it's a very common experience, that when you really do start to implement the advice that I give out, naturally you have less things in common with the people that you've known already. And so it's a very common experience for young people who follow my videos who end up just getting lonely because there's no one that you can relate to. Your family don't understand you anymore, and your friends are kind of Jeffries, and you can, you're kind of still attached to those old people who are part of the previous chapter of your life because you just don't want to be lonely right now. And so Adonis School is made for you. It has outstanding customer reviews that are all verified, and you can have a look at that on the website, which I'll link below. There's a lot of quite like high value successful guys in there that I personally added. We're not going to expect them to be too active because they're obviously busy, but I literally just sent the link to all of like my high value successful friends. We've got Sneeko in there, Luke Belmar's in there, and he posts every now and then as well. He posts quite frequently some like good, he calls it data sets. Chris Williamson, Derek from More Plates, More Dates, First Man, and a bunch of like friends I met in Dubai who make a lot of money and stuff. I just sent the link to them so they could join, and then we've got a lot, like everyone's in here, they're all just like you in here. If you're interested to that, you can go to hamza-ahmed.com/school. It's the top link in the description. Just go there right now.